In Section 3 of the Yellow Wallpaper, it's right after the 4th of July. Although John allowed a handful of family visitors to come for a week, the narrator explains that Jenny, John's sister, took care of everything. John is increasingly worried that the narrator isn't getting better, and he considers sending her directly to Dr. Weir Mitchell, the doctor responsible for the rest cure that John is enforcing. But the narrator doesn't want to go away for treatment. In fact, her friend told her that Dr. Weir Mitchell is like her husband and brother, only worse and more intense than they are. She continues to spend her days mostly alone, taking occasional walks on the estate or sitting on the porch, often just lying in her room staring at the wallpaper, trying to follow its winding pattern to some sort of conclusion. She notes that there's no symmetry or other element of design in the pattern, and following it fascinates her, yet fatigues her. She says the wallpaper is a kind of debased Romanesque with delirium tremens. This section shows a marked decline in the narrator's condition as a result of the rest cure imposed by John. The narrator feels tired out by the littlest things and doesn't feel that it's worthwhile to do anything anymore. She cries at nothing, and often. She's terribly alone. As she suffers physically and emotionally, she becomes more obsessed with the wallpaper pattern. She feels that looking at it is almost as good as exercise. These details help establish and build the themes of the story: women's limited roles, confinement, and conformity versus autonomy and self-expression. In lieu of a public and intellectual life, the narrator substitutes the wallpaper, the only remedy at her disposal, because she's confined and denied expression. The narrator seems to have some training in art and design, for she notes, "I know a little of the principles of design, and I know this thing was not arranged on any laws of radiation, or alternation, or repetition, or symmetry, or anything else I have ever heard of." This echoes the reality of the story's author, Charlotte Perkins Gilman, who attended the Rhode Island School of Design, which may account for her interest in using the wallpaper as a symbol in her work. And it may also inform her character's descriptions of the wallpaper. In the story, it's used to signify that the narrator is naturally intellectual and imaginative, so she's suffering in such a mentally stifling environment. Lastly, the condition delirium tremens, which the narrator uses to describe the wallpaper, is caused by withdrawal from alcohol. Its symptoms include tremors, confusion, and irritability.